Hi friends, my name is Milan Dolria. In this video we start exercise 15.1. But before that we need to recall one formula for the probability. What is the formula of probability? Probability is equals to favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. Okay, we need to use this formula in this exercise. So let's start it with question number 1. So first of all, read this question. In a cricket match, a batswoman hits a boundary 6 times out of 30 balls she plays. Find the probability that she did not hit a boundary. Find the probability that she did not hit a boundary. Now, total two things we need to find here for finding out the probability: favorable outcomes and total outcomes. Total outcomes, that means total possibility. Okay, here total how many balls are there? Here total how many balls are there? So 30 balls. So this is becomes the total outcomes. Okay, so here total outcomes is equals to 30 because total 30 balls are there. Now favorable outcomes, favorable, that means in favor. Here we need to find the probability she did not hit a boundary. She did not hit a boundary. So total how many balls are there? In that she did not hit a boundary. Here it is written that a batswoman hit a boundary 6 times out of 30 times. So 6 times she hit a boundary. So definitely 24 times she did not hit a boundary. Right? In 30 balls, total 30 balls, if she hit 6 times boundary, so definitely 24 times she did not hit a boundary. So this is becomes your favorable outcomes, because here we just need to find the probability that she did not hit a boundary. So we need to find that outcomes in which she did not hit a boundary. So total 24 balls are there in that she did not hit a boundary. So this is becomes your favorable outcomes. Okay, so here number of times on boundary is not hit. So total 30 balls are there. Out of that 6 times she hit a boundary. So 30 minus 6, so 24. This is your favorable outcomes. So finally your probability P of an event did not hit a boundary. Okay, here P shows probability and event. Right now it is did not hit a boundary. So probability of did not hit a boundary is equals to, in numerator, favorable outcomes. Right now we have 24 favorable outcomes. So in numerator 24 and in denominator total outcomes 30. Okay, so favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. So 24 divided by 30. Okay, now we can simplify this. 24 divided by 30. 24 it means 6 fours are, and 30 it means 6 fives are. So 6 cut, right? So finally 4 by 5. Okay, 24 by 30. So we need to simplify this. So here 6 fours are and 6 fives are. 6 cut. So finally we get 4 by 5. This is the probability of she did not hit a boundary. Okay, so final probability 4 by 5. Then next question number 2. First of all, read this question. Here 1500 families with 2 children were selected randomly and the following data were recorded. Okay, in 1500 families with 2 children were selected randomly and the following data were recorded. Here number of girls in a family. Number of girls in a family. Here every family have 2 children, right? So total how many possibilities are there for the girls? Either they do not have any girls, so 0 girls. Otherwise they have 1 girls. Otherwise they have 2 girls, right? Now more than 2 is not possible here, right? Because total 2 children are there, right? In every family total 2 children are there. So definitely girls, number of girls cannot be more than 2. Okay, either it can be 0, that means both are boys, otherwise 1 girl, 1 boy, otherwise 2 girls and 0 boys. So total 3 possibility here we have 2, 1 and 0. Now out of this 1500 family, 475 families have 2 girls, 814 families have 1 boy, 1 girl, and 211 families have 0 girls. Okay, total data given to you here. Out of 1500 families, 475 family have 2 girls, 814 family have 1 girl, and 211 family have 0 girl. Now compute the probability of a family chosen at random having 2 girls, 1 girl, no girl. So here internally 3 questions are there. First of all for the 2 girls, first after that for 1 girl, and after that for no girl. Also check whether the sum of this probability is 1. So here first of all we need to find the probability for 2 girls. That means randomly if we select a family from this 1500 family, so what is the probability that 2 girls of whatever family we select, that family have 2 girls? We need to find the probability. Okay, so we need to find the probability of such that type of family we have 2 girls, which have 2 girls. Okay, now for the first question, now favorable outcomes and total outcomes. So here total number of outcomes, it is equals to 1500, because here total we have 1500 family, right? Here total we have 1500 families, so it becomes our total outcomes. Now out of that favorable outcomes, that means families which have 2 girls. So here we have the data, number of girls in a family is 2 and number of families is equals to 475. So this is favorable outcomes, right? Total outcomes 1500, and for favorable outcomes we just need to find the family which have 2 girls. So here total we have 475 families which have 2 girls, so this is our favorable outcomes. Okay, so probability of family having 2 girls, now favorable outcome it is in numerator 475, and total outcomes 1500, it is in denominator. Okay, so 475 divided by 1500. Now we can simplify this. First of all 25 into 19, and here 25 into 60. So 25 cut. Final answer is 19 divided by 60. Now we cannot simplify it further. So this is our answer, 19 upon 60. Okay, so probability having 2 girls is equal to 19 upon 60. Then second question, we need to find the probability for 1 girl. Now total outcomes remains same 1500, because here even total number of families is equal to 1500, right? Here total number of families is equal to 1500, it remains same. Okay, but here favorable outcomes, for favorable outcomes we need to find the number of family which have 1 girl only. So here for 1 girl number of family is equal to 814, right? 814 family have only 1 girl, so here 814 becomes our favorable outcomes. Okay, so here favorable outcomes 814 and total outcomes remains same 1500. So favorable outcomes it is in numerator 814 and total outcomes 1500, it is in denominator. Okay, so 814 divided by 1500. Okay, favorable outcomes it is in numerator 814 and divided by total number outcomes 1500. Now we can simplify this. here 407 multiply 2, and here 750 multiply 2. So this 2 come cancel out. Finally 407 divided by 750. Now we cannot simplify it further, so this is our final answer. Okay, 407 divided by 750. Okay, this is our answer. Now we need to find the third probability for the no girl. That means we need to find the number of families which have no girl in her family, in his family. So here we have total 211 families which do not have any girl in the family. Okay, so 211 families are there which they do not have the girls in his family. So this 211 becomes our favorable outcomes, and again our total outcomes remains same 1500. Okay, here our favorable outcomes is equals to 211 and total outcomes remains same 1500. So this 211 we need to write in numerator. Okay, and in denominator total number of outcomes 1500. Okay, because here even total number of families is equals to 1500. Okay, now one more thing, we cannot simplify it further, so this is our final answer 211 divided by 1500. Okay, so these three questions are complete. Now we need to solve this one. Also check, that means here we need to check whether the sum of this probability is 1. We need to check this. We need to add this three probability, and if our answer is 1, then our answer is yes. Okay, so just check it, and for that we need to add this probability. So first probability is 19 upon 60, second is 407 upon 750, and here 211 upon 1500, third probability. But instead of writing this answer, just write down this one, our first things, because here denominators are same. Okay, if here we write this final answer, then we need to take the LCM. But if we write this initial answer, then here denominator are same, so we do not need to take the LCM. So 475 divided by 1500 plus 814 divided by 1500 plus 211 divided by 1500. Now here we have same denominator, right? Here we have same denominator, so we directly add the numerator. So add the numerator, so 475 plus 814 plus 211. Okay, 475 plus 814 plus 211. So you will get the answer 1500. Okay, addition of these three numbers is equals to 1500, and our denominator as it is, because denominator are same in all these three number. So 1500 divided by 1500, 1. Okay, so 1500 divided by 1500 cancel out, and final answer is 1. So here yes, the sum of probability is 1, because here we need to check the answer, right? So we need to write yes, the sum of probabilities is 1. Okay, after that question number 3. First of all, read this question. In a particular section of class 9, 40 students were asked about the months of their birth, and the following graph was prepared for the data so obtained. Find the probability that a student of the class was born in August. Okay, find the probability that a student of the class was born in August. So we need to find the probability for August month, right? So here total two things we need to find here: total outcomes and favorable outcomes, right? So here even we need to find the two things, that is favorable outcomes and total outcomes. So here total outcomes, it is 40, because total 40 students are there in standard 9. It is already mentioned in the question. Okay, total 40 students are there in the class, So our total outcomes becomes 40. Now we need to think about the favorable outcomes. Now here we need to find the probability that a student of the class was born in August. So what is our favorable outcomes? That means number of students who born in August. It is our favorable outcomes. It is in the favor of the probability. Right? That's why it is called favorable. It is in the favor of the probability. So here we need to find the favorable outcome. So it means that number of students who born in August month. So from the graph we need to decide how many students are there who just born in August month. So here if we look at this graph perfectly, then here total number of student is equals to 6, right? So 6 students are born in August month. From the graph 6 students are born in the August month, so this 6 becomes our favorable outcomes, right? This 6 becomes our favorable outcomes. So here probability of a student born in August month, favorable outcomes 6, total outcomes 40, right? Favorable outcomes 6, total outcomes 40. So 6 divided by 40. Now we can simplify it. 3 twos are and 20 twos are and 2 to cut. So 3 upon 20. Now we cannot simplify it further. So this is our final answer. Okay. So our final answer, either we can write 3 by 20, otherwise we can write the answer in decimal point even. Okay. It is 0.15. If we write this answer 3 upon 20, then even our answer is right. But if you want to write in decimal number, then it's your choice. Okay, both this answer are valid. Then next, question number 4. First of all, read this question. 3 coins are tossed and simultaneously 200 times with the following frequencies of different outcomes. 3 coins were tossed simultaneously 200 times when the following frequencies of different outcomes. If we toss 3 coins together, okay, if we toss 3 coins, then total how many possibilities are there for the head? If we toss a coin 3 times, so first possibility is that there is no head. That means all the time tail will come. Okay, otherwise one head it is possible, 2 head possible and 3 head possible. But if we toss a coin 3 times, so there is no possibility for 4 times head come. Okay, if we toss a coin only 3 times, so how can we get the 4 times head? So for head total we have this probability: no head, 1 head, 2 head, otherwise 3 head. Now frequency is given to you, that means 23 times 3 head come, that means all the head. 72 times 2 heads come, 77 times 1 head come, and 28 times no head come. Okay. After that, if the 3 coins are simultaneously tossed again, compute the probability of 2 heads coming up. Here we need to find the probability for 2 heads come up. Okay. So here, first of all, we need to find the total outcomes and favorable outcomes. Now for the total outcomes, here it is mentioned here 200 times. 200 times we repeat this process, right? 200 times 3 coins are tossed simultaneously 200 times. That means 200 times this event repeats. That means every time we need to toss 3 coin. Okay, every time we need to toss 3 coin. So total 200 times trials are that. So our total outcomes it is 200. Okay, total outcomes is equals to 200 because total 200 times 3 coins are tossed. Now we need to find the favorable outcomes. So for favorable outcomes, here we need to find the probability of two heads. Here we need to find the probability of two heads. So for favorable outcomes, we just need to find how many times two heads come. How many times two heads come? So here it is mentioned here 72 times two heads come up, right? 72 times two had come up, so this 72 becomes our favorable outcomes, right? Total 72 times, so this 72 becomes our favorable outcomes. So now we can find the probability. So probability for two heads is equals to this 72 favorable outcomes. It is in numerator, and in denominator total number of outcomes 200. Okay, so probability is 72 favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes 200. Now we can simplify this. This is 25 8s and 9 8s 72. So 8 8 come. Final answer is 9 upon 25. Okay, 9 upon 25. This is our final answer. First of all, for finding out the probability of two head, we need to find the favorable outcomes. It is 72. After that, we need to find the total outcomes. It is 200. Right, so 72 divided by 200, so it is 9 upon 25. This is our final answer. Okay, after that, question number 5. First of all, read this question. An organization selected 2400 families at random and surveyed them to determine a relationship between income level and the number of vehicles in a family. The information gathered is listed in the table below. Okay, here one table is given to us, monthly income. Here number of vehicles per family, 0, 1, 2 and above 2, right? And here less than 7,000. That means for less than 7,000 rupees per month income, here for 0 vehicles 10 families are there, 160 family have 1 vehicle, 25 family have 2 vehicle and 0 family have above 2 vehicle, right? Because the salary are very less, so more than 2 vehicles are not there in any family here. Then for 7,000 to 10,000, 0 family have 0 vehicles, 305 family have 1 vehicle, 27 family have 2 vehicles and 2 family have more than 2 vehicles, and etc. Right? So this type of table is given to you. Suppose a family is chosen, find the probability that the family chosen is. Total 5 internal questions are there. Earning rupees 10,000 to 13,000 per month and owning exactly 2 vehicles. Second question, earning rupees 16,000 or more per month and owning exactly 1 vehicle. Earning less than 7,000 per month and does not own any vehicle, that means 0 vehicle. Earning rupees 13,000 to 16,000 per month and owning more than 2 vehicles, not more than 1 vehicle. First of all, let's solve question number 1. Here question number 1 is earning rupees 10,000 to 13,000 per month and owning exactly 2 vehicles. Owning exactly 2 vehicles, right? So here conditions is given to us. Earning rupees 10,000 to 13,000 per month and owning exactly 2 vehicles. Very basic things is here we need to find the 2 things, total outcomes and favorable outcomes, right? Here we need to find the total outcomes and favorable outcomes. So first of all, total outcomes. So here total outcomes is same for all this question, right? Total outcomes is same for all this question and it is 2400. Right, 2400 families, total number of families is equal to 2400. So this 2400 becomes total outcomes for us, right? Total number of families, it is our total outcomes, and it is same for all these four question. Okay, now we need to find the favorable outcomes for each of these questions. So favorable outcomes for question number 1, here earning 10,000 to 13,000. So we need to see this row. Okay, we just need to see this row 10,000 to 13,000, and in that owning exactly two vehicles. Exactly two vehicles, that means this one, right? So in 10,000 to 13,000, exactly two vehicles, it is 29. Right, so here 29 is our favorable outcomes, because 29 families have monthly income in between 10,000 to 13,000 and have exactly two vehicles. We need to satisfy both these conditions. First of all, 10,000 to 13,000 per month, so we need to see this row, and in that exactly two vehicles, it is 29. Right, so in the row of 10,000 to 13,000, exactly two vehicle, it is 29. So 29 families are there, have exactly two vehicles in 10,000 to 13,000 per month category. So our favorable outcomes, it is 29, and total outcomes, it is 2400. This is our final answer. Okay, so for first question, probability of event A is equals to 29 favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes 2400. Okay, in similar way we need to find the second answer. Earning of rupees 16,000 or more per month. So here we need to see this last row, 16,000 or more per month, and owning exactly one vehicle. Now in that we need to just see that exactly one vehicle, it is 579 families are there, right? 579 families are there which have 16,000 or more per month earning and owning exactly one vehicle. Okay, so this is our favorable outcomes, 579, and total outcomes remains the same, it is 2400. Right, so earning of rupees 16,000 or more, so that means we need to see this last row, and in that exactly one vehicle, it is 579. So here probability of this second equation, favorable outcomes 579 divided by total outcomes 2400. This is our final answer. Okay, this is the final answer. Here I think we can simplify this. Just multiply with 3. So 3 multiply 19 3s are 57 and 3 3s are 9, and here 800 into 3, so this 3 3 cut, so finally 193 divided by 800. Okay, 193 divided by 800, this is our final answer. Okay, here simplification is not given, just as it is written here 579 divided by 2400. If you do the simplification, if simplification is possible, then we need to do the simplification. So here we need to give the simplification. Okay, after that question number 3, earning less than 7,000 per month. Earning less than 7,000 per month, it means less than 7,000, we need to just check the first row, and in that does not own any vehicle, it means a zero vehicle, right? Does not own any vehicle, it means a zero vehicle, and for zero vehicle, here we have answer 10. Right, first of all we just need to check less than 7,000 per month, so this one, and in that zero vehicle, it means this first value 10, does not own any vehicle. So here our favorable outcomes is 10. right? So probability of this third question is favorable outcomes 10 divided by total number of outcomes, it remains the same, 2400. We can cut this 110, 1 upon 240. This is the final answer for this question. Okay, numerator favorable outcomes, denominator total number of outcomes, it remains same for all this question, 2400. Here our favorable outcomes is 10, less than 7,000 and 0 vehicle, so 10 families are there. After that, question number 4, earning rupees 13,000 to 16,000 per month and owning more than 2 vehicles. Okay, earning rupees 13,000 to 16,000 per month and owning more than 2 vehicles. So first of all, we just need to check this one row, 13,000 to 16,000, right? 13,000 to 16,000. And in that we need to check above 2 vehicles, more than 2 vehicles, it means above 2 vehicle, right? And we have here 25 families, right? Total we have 25 families which have monthly income 13,000 to 16,000 and have more than 2 vehicles. Okay, so 25 becomes our favorable outcomes. So here probability of this question is that 25 favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, 2400. And we can cut this. This is 25 into, now 240, that means 25 nines and 50 0 6 96. So 25 cut. Our final answer is 1 upon 96. In numerator nothing is remaining, so 1, and in denominator 96. So 1 upon 96. This is the final answer. Here simplification is possible, that's why we get the simplification. Okay, here our favorable outcomes 25 divided by total number of outcomes, 2400. Then fifth question, not more than one vehicle. Not more than one vehicle. That means one or less than one is possible, right? One or less than one is possible, and here there is no condition for earning, right? So here total number of outcomes, it is fixed to 400, but we need to find the favorable outcomes. And in favorable outcomes, not more than one, that means 1 is possible and 0 is possible, right? Not more than 1, it means 1 is possible and 0 is possible, and there is no condition for monthly income, so that we need to consider all this value. We need to consider all this value. Okay, again I repeat this thing, not more than one vehicle, that means one vehicle or 0 vehicle is possible, and there is no condition for monthly income, so we need to consider all this value and we need to add all this number. So here we need to find the addition of all this number. So here for a 0 vehicle, here 10 plus 1 11 plus 2 13 plus 1 14, right? 10 11 13 and 14, and we need to add the second column even. So first of all, here last column, 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 9 19, 19 plus 9 28, so 2 remainder, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 6 17, 17 plus 7 24, again 2 remainder, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 5 11, 11 plus 4 15, 15 plus 5 20. So 2048. Now we need to add these two numbers. So 2048 plus 14. So 2062. Right? So addition of all this number is 2062. We need to find the addition, because here we do not have any condition for monthly income. Right? So 2062. So probability of this last question is equal to 2062 2062 divided by 2400. Total number of outcomes, it is fixed, and favorable outcomes, answer of our addition 2062. Now we can simplify here. It is 1031 into 2, and this is 1200 into 2. So this 2 cut. Final answer is 1031 divided by 1200. Okay, here even our denominator total number of outcomes remains same, but for favorable outcomes, here we do not have any condition for monthly income, and for vehicle not more than 1, it means 0 or 1, so we need to add all this number. Okay, so students, if you have any doubt up to this question, you can write in comment section. I will give you the answer. Okay, thank you.